Okay, welcome to the channel. Very good evening to all. We are going to continue the same 300 questions in TOC, which is the part 5. Let's start the session. In case if anybody is new here, please follow this URL, click on this URL or visit this URL, click on this follow button so that you will get daily notifications of my classes on Unacademy, which I take freely, also some paid courses. And recently the crash course is started on Unacademy, which is going to help you to crack the GATE exam in less time. So this 5 months course going to help you to prepare whole GATE syllabus very quickly. So you have the data science as well as computer science, which is started on 18th August. In computer science, TOC as well as mathematics started. TOC at 8 p.m, mathematics is 8 a.m. In case if you want to take the subscription, yes, you have the offer 8,499 for 6 months and also 11,999 for 1 year. So both these offers are available on Academy right now. This offer is valid till 25th August. The code that you should use CSTA right now. Okay? And also there is one more opportunity you have. The scholarship test on 25th August is scheduled at 11 a.m. The duration is 30 minutes and you have 20 questions. Yes, if you are looking for the scholarship from an academy, you will have that opportunity also. Okay. The test series is already live on Unacademy. In case if you already taken the subscription, start practicing it. If you have not taken and you want only test series, then you can purchase at 1499 after applying CSDA code. Okay, 1499 even for data science also you have the same price separately. Okay, now we have the part 5. Ready? You can start this question, answer it. Am I audible to all properly? You can take 2 minutes time as it's time taking question. Yes, look, you can call to the customer care number you have given in this on the slide, right? They will help you to reach scholarship test. And also remember, this is data taken from GATE question data, but the question which I have asked is something different. Do not answer the same thing which is there in GATE. It could change. Atama, yes, you have just utilized Saturday and Sunday very well. You can already have completed 7 subjects, no? gamma, it's possible, but remaining duration, utilize well. As I said, holidays, weekends is your strong area right now. So those days you utilize much time, and there is high probability to get the best rank. I've seen a lot of people who have worked well. Okay, now how to solve this question? Before this, make a graph for this. You have initial state Q0, and total you have three states, right? Q1 and Q2 as well as Q3. In exam, avoid the circles, not required at all. You need to answer very quickly, so circles avoided better. Q0 on epsilon, Q2. Q0 on A, Q1. Q0 on B, Q0, self loop. Q1 on epsilon, Q2. Q1 on A, Q2. Q1 on B, Q3. Q2 on epsilon, that is Q0. That's it. Q3 on B is a Q2. Got it? So this is your machine. Now from Q3, after BA, what are the reachable states? So after reading BA, now you can look at it. B, already this path is there. From Q2, just you need to look at A, because already B is done. Only one way to reach the on B. But there are no other transitions ना. तो अब Q2 से A ट्राई करना है. बस A के लिए देखो इधर भी है इधर भी है, तो ट्राई कर सकते हैं आप दोनों में. विच वन यू कैन रीच? ये तो इम्पॉसिबल है, क्यों A के बाद ये आएगा, राइट? तो दिस ये ट्राई मत करना, सिर्फ दिस ये ट्राई कर लो. कैसे? एप्सिलॉन A, तो Q1 जा सकता है, Q1 ऑन एप्सिलॉन Q2 जा सकता है, Q2 ऑन एप्सिलॉन Q0 जा सकता है. मतलब Q0, Q1, Q2 you can reach after reading AB. So from Q3, after reading AB, you can halt at Q1. If you halt at Q1, indirectly you can halt at on epsilon Q2, on epsilon Q2, Q0. So these three states you can include in the path. Got it? Yeah, Rathod, I'll do it. As soon as I complete the series, I'll do it. Next one. Very interesting question. Take 3 minutes. Maybe you will take 4 minutes, because it's really time taking question. Take 3 minutes. You can do your good. Again, data is same as gate, but question that I've asked is different. Do not answer the same thing that was there in the gate. If anybody solve the gate questions, now challenge yourself, where is the data change and what will be the right answer? Two things you need to understand now. What kind of knowledge you should acquire for solving this question? You should know how to use the recurrence relations or recursive equations in algorithms. Those kind of approaches will help you to solve this question, because this guy is a kind of recurrence relation. L of I, if you want to, L power I, if you want to compute, it depends on the previous computation. If you look at dynamic programmings in algorithms, this kind of computation you may use it. The question is, what is the order of L? Not about the language, it's about what is the numerical answer type. Oh, is a NAT. You solve it and there will be some number comes here. What is that number? To compute it, first you should read the theoretical approach. How to compute it, it is given here. If you want to compute the order of language, they mentioned it clearly. You should find the smallest k. For that, you should see this. First you should know how to compute the order. Yeah, I'll do it. So let's see who will answer it. An answer so far? Right. Okay. First understand the given algorithm. This is an algorithm idea. L power 0 is always epsilon. If you want to compute L power 1, we'll just write L power 0 is what? Epsilon. Right. If you want to compute L power 1, what is it? L power 0 dot L. If you want to compute L power 2, that's L power 1 dot L. Again L, right? And L power 3 if you want to compute L power 2 dot L. And L power 4 if you want to compute L power 3 dot L. So you are going to compute in this order. And now the question is, if you want to compute order of L, for the smallest k, you should look at L power k is equal to L power k minus 1. So for L power 0, there is no L power 0 minus 1, so don't do that. So it starts from here. And here, order of L is equal to 1 possible if really order of L is equal to 1 possible if L power 1 is equal to L power 1 minus 1 is 0. If this happens, but if not happens, then you should try another one. If fails, then go down, check order of L is it 2. When if L power 2 is equal to L power 1. If this also fails, then check order of L, because you need a smallest k. So smallest k, this is the k right now. So L power k is equal to L power k minus 1. K may be 1, k may be 2, k may be 3, but try from increasing to decreasing order. If L power 3 is equal to L power 2. And so on. To find the smallest k. Anybody computed so far? Let me see. No one yet. Understood the approach? Do not worry about what is DF, what is the finite automata. Worry about what is given to you. You have given an algorithm. The concept, once you understand, the answer will become very easy. See, now this is your machine, and consider the language L accepted by the machine. Now you need to find this order of L. Okay. Now what is L for this? Epsilon accepted, and 0 followed by, this is odd number of zeros, right? Whoever stops here is 1 0, then 3 zeros, then 5 zeros. 0 followed by 00 whole star. All odd number of zeros including epsilon. Now we'll start algorithm. L power 0 is epsilon. Okay. Now for this, L power 0 is epsilon as per the algorithm 1. Now compute L power 1 using algorithm. L power 0 dot L. L power 0 is epsilon. What is L is mentioned here. Epsilon plus 0 followed by 00 whole star. Is it same as L only? Yes. Keep it 2. And is it L power 1 is equal to L power 0? Failed, because this is L and this is epsilon. Epsilon and L both are not same, so this is failed now. So we'll go to order of L2 is correct or not, we'll check. Now, L power 2 we are going to compute L power 1 minus L power 2 minus 1 is 1 dot L. So L power 1 is already L, so we can write 2 times the same thing. Epsilon plus 0 followed by double 0 whole star. Same thing again. Epsilon plus 0 followed by double 0 whole star. What happens here when you derive epsilon, epsilon, you can get epsilon, and epsilon 0 you will get 0, and double 0 if you want, 1 0 from here, 1 0 from here. So can you get every string in zeros? Yes. Now L power 2 is the third concept, we got it. Now L power 2, is it matching with L power 1? L power 1 is L and L power 2 is 0 star. 0 star and L not same, so even order of L equal to 2 failed. Then we'll check for order of L equal to 3. Then we'll go for L power 3. What is L power 3? Is L power 2 dot L. L power 2 is already computed 0 star and L is computed already, that epsilon plus 0 followed by double 0 whole star. Now when you derive it, now here already epsilon is there, so 0 star epsilon you can get every string in 0 star. Now you got L power 3 is also 0 star. Is it matching now? L power 3 same as L power 3 minus 1, that's same. The 4 and 3 are matching. So now order of L is equal to 3. So now the answer for this order of L, it has to be 3. We got the answer finally 3. GATE exam question that was L power k is equal to L power k plus 1. So in that case, we are not going to check this way. There L power 2 will check with L power 3. So order of L will be 2 in that GATE question. Okay. Understood? And this is how we should solve the question. It was one of the GATE question. Very interesting. It's not just TOC. It also involves some kind of algorithmic approach. Any doubt so far? I hope everyone got clarity in this problem, how to solve it. If you are able to solve this question, your GATE questions are cakewalk for you. This is one of the GATE questions. Another interesting GATE question may take 4 minutes. I'll give 4 minutes for this. Okay. Understand each word, then solve it. Again, GATE question was modified. That's easy than GATE. Concept is very important. It is also numerical answer type. see very less response in lengthy questions, right? So yeah, what is right? Ankit and Shak, both of you are tried. What about others? Okay, let's see. I've given 4 minutes, right? What is the problem with this kind of question is it's not the one subject related question. So that's the one key point. If you are studying only one subject and वहाँ पर आपको कम knowledge है, बाकी subjects का knowledge नहीं है, तो इस type की question solve नहीं कर सकते. तो यहाँ पर आपको first concept is bijections का definition समझ में आना चाहिए. Second, and identity function का definition समझ में आना चाहिए. Okay? And third, what is composition समझ में आना चाहिए. Fourth, यहाँ पर जो statements दिया है स्ट्रिंग, ये तो डेफिनेशन है, तो ये तो बहुत इजी होगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. तो यहाँ पर इस लैंग्वेज को समझ में आना चाहिए. इससे पहले व्हाट इज एक्स समझ में आना चाहिए. एंड देन ये तो बाद में लास्ट 1 2 3 मेन 3 डेफिनेशन समझ में आना चाहिए. वंस यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस 3 डेफिनेशंस देन यू कैन फॉर्म ए स्ट्रिंग एंड यू कैन फॉर्म ए लैंग्वेज. सो नाउ व्हाट आई एम सेइंग हियर इज फर्स्ट यू शुड नो, आई विल जस्ट गिव यू हिंट. फर्स्ट यू शुड नो व्हाट इज बाइजेक्टिव function or bijective mapping. Once you understand this definition, then go to what is identity function. Once you know this point, you learn systematic way if you don't know mathematics at all, right? The third point is you should know what is the composition when you apply over the functions. If you can understand these 3, then you can understand what is your given problem. So first, what is bijective function? It should satisfy both injective and surjective. Correct? What is bijective? Anyone? I'm coming to you. Okay. I'm not leaving any question, right? Should be injective and surjective. Do you know what is injective and surjective? There are many definitions like F and F inverse exist and one-to-one correspondence. There are many definitions for this bijective mapping. What is identity function? It should satisfy f of x is equal to x for all x, and domain and codomain both should be same. That's identity function. And composition, when you are applying for composition, you should know how to apply, two functions. Like you may do f1 composition with f2. So first you will take f2, then you will apply with f1. First f2 you are going to apply, then here you are going to apply f1. The final result will depend on the codomain of f1. Right? These 3 definitions you should learn first. Then when you come to your question, you will understand what should be. Let's go to the previous slide. Assume that you can understand what is bijective. I'll write some of the bijective functions. If you are not aware completely, let me help you. The domain is given 2 elements to 2 elements, correct? And this is a domain, this is a codomain. Domain is given 2 elements and that apply to codomain with 2 elements. Now, how many functions overall that you can form? So many, right? This one can map to 1 to any one of them, 2 can map to any one of them. You have many possible functions. Among them, how many are bijective? The one bijective function is, let's say f1, that is 1 comma 2, 1 comma 2. Before applying this, let me help you who are bijective, who are not. Suppose if you are having a mapping 1 to 1 2, 1 also goes to this, 2 also goes to this. It fails injective and surjective, because injective, if it is injective, 1 and 2 cannot map to the same image, right? So it's not injective. It's not surjective. Why it's not surjective? Because codomain, every element should have at least one pre-image in domain, but 1 is having at least 1, but 2 is having 0 pre-images. So this is not satisfying even surjective. Even though it is a function, it is not injective, not surjective, so it is also not bijective. So here it fails to be injective, injective failed, and also surjective failed, so bijective failed. And similarly, there are many other functions. 1, 2. If both goes to 2, this also fails. Right. And any other functions? You have, let's say, 1, 2, 1, 2. If 1 goes to 1 and 2 goes to 2, yes, this is called as identity. It satisfies injective and it also satisfies surjective. What is injective? Every 2 elements of domain should have their distinct images in codomain. Yes, distinct. And if you look at codomain, every element has at least one pre-image in domain. And this is also called as identity function. And this is I called F1 here. I'm going to call F1. So 1 to 1, 2 to 2. There is another one, bijective, which is total 4 functions are there. 1 can map to 2, 2 can map to 1. This is not identity, but this is some function F2. Now it also satisfies injective and surjective. So I call it as F2, that 1 2 1 2. So now we got total bijective functions here too. If you know that 2 element to 2 element mapping is nothing but 2 factorial bijective functions, there are 2 bijective functions. Now you got it. What is bijective function? And this is identity function. Now you need to apply the composition. How do you apply the composition? If you apply F1 over F1, what happens? 1 2. First you should apply this one, F1, this F1, because it goes from right to left. And it's also 1 2. And this is F1. And you know what is F1? 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 1 to 1, 2 to 2. So 1 it goes to 1, 2 it goes to 2. The result is going to be the same as F1. Right. If I apply F1 over F2, F1 is already ID, so ID apply to F2, you will get F2. If I apply F2 over F2, you will get ID, that is F1. How do you get F2 over F2 is F1? You can see that. First you will take this, that is F2. And second you will take this one, F2. And you already know what is F2. What is F2? 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 1. 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 1. You look at 1 to 2, 2 to 1. So 1 maps to 1, 2 maps to 2. So 2 maps to 2. This is exactly F1. F1, which is equal to F1. And F2 if you apply over F1, F2 if you apply over F1, you will get again F2. And this is called as composition. I hope you understood what is a composition. Yeah, Maharsh. Okay. If anybody is not able to access DPPs, just do one thing. Visit the educator profile. There you will see in free classes lot of DPPs. For me, if you want to join Telegram channel, what do? Just come to this Devasar Unacademy, ask the people, this is my Telegram group name. Okay, you can join here, and any doubt that you have, you can ask here. Your friends will help you there how to access all of them. Okay. In case if you wanted to connect with me directly, just search on the Google my name, complete name. You'll get details. You can also WhatsApp me and we can discuss together. Whatever. Now we know how to do the composition. Now let's come to your question. Now we know what is, sorry, I'm very sorry. We know what is bijection, we know what is identity, we know what is composition. Now based on that composition only the string is formed. Now we have, see, sigma is set of all bijections. That means your functions are symbols here. Are you able to understand? Your symbol is a function. It's not a comma b, it's not 0 comma 1. Your function is a symbol because your sigma is the set of all bijections. So f1 and f2 are your symbols in the sigma. Now if you want to form a string, let's say x is your string, that is the x1, x2, xn you want to write, that means you need to apply the composition to form it. Suppose the string, what is it, let's say start with some string epsilon. Epsilon you don't need to apply anything because here phi of epsilon you get nothing. And f1, when you apply f1 only single one, no problem. F2 single, no problem. When you are writing a string f1 is the same as what you do when you are applying over phi of f1, what do you get? You will get f1 composition with f1 which is same as f1. So this f1 you are going to apply the composition, so you will be going to somewhere f1. So it's the same as the composition, understand? Same as composition. f1 is your string, that means you are going to apply the composition over it. We'll see that slowly. And if your string is f1 f2, that means you need to work on composition f1 with f2. Similarly, you write any string here, you should apply the directly composition. What is your language? Language is different, right? These are the strings. Then what is your language? I hope the strings you understood. Now what is your language? Language is equal to, if the x belongs to sigma star, so any x that you take that belongs to sigma star, so that result, the result should be id. See, epsilon is, most of the machines it's acceptable because epsilon is not the part of the functions, just okay. And f1 is equal to id, yes. F2 is it equal to id? No. f1 when you apply the composition, is it equal to f1? Yes. So that you should keep in language. So in your language epsilon is optional because they didn't say include exclude epsilon. Just keep it in applications, not a problem. f1, then f1. Now look at f1 f2 is not equal to f1 after applying the composition. See that phi of x should be id, but phi of this one is not id. If you look at this, phi of f1 f2, you will get f2, it's not equal to id. So this should not be in your language. And what will you get? f2 we have just seen that f2 will get f1. So similarly, whatever the composition you get id, you should keep here. So when you are mapping them, the result has to be f1. So now you should know how to design your DFA. Finally, we are ready for designing a DFA. Now initially I'm accepting epsilon because epsilon is okay, default you can keep. They did not say exclude epsilon. Fine. Now from here your symbol is f1 and f2. There are two symbols only, correct? Now f1 should be accepted, so we'll keep here. f2 should not be accepted, we'll go there. And from this f1 f2 covered. Now from this, if I want to cover f1 and I want to cover f2, now look at after f2 f1 is coming. So f2 f1 is the same as, you should think about f2 composition with f1, that's equal to f2. So we are going to keep this state represent f2, this state represent f1. So whenever the result is id, you come here. Whenever the result is not id, that's f2, come here. Now you will be going to the, and after f2, if f2 comes, after f2 comes, this must be f1, so we will go here. Now that's all. The total number of states that you have here, 2 states, because there are 2 bijective functions. How many? 2 bijective functions. If there are 100 bijective functions, you will be having 100 states definitely. And the answer is just 2 here for this question. So for our gate exam question, they asked 6, I think I didn't remember, 5 element to 5 element. So 5 factorial should be the right answer. If they ask 6 element to 6 element, then 6 factorial states will be there in the DFA. Here answer will be if you have completed this, we can go to the next question. So this kind of questions really interesting. Now this will take just 2 minutes. Solved. If you have done correctly, it's easy question, right? Not an issue with this question. This is okay. Previous 2 questions are somewhat tricky, but this is okay. Now starts with 0, 1, 1. You know that how to design also. In case if you are not aware, you should know how to design also. Correct? Very easy machines. Starting with 0, 1, 1. How you design? It's a very basic question, right? One other combinations will go to trap state. On 1, 0, on 0 will go to trap state because you are not starting properly to reach final. W contains means what happens? Once you reach final, after saying first 0, 1, 1, you will accept everything, but here you are not accepting everything. It's very easy. A and B are wrong. Ends with 0, 1, 1. You can see that last 3 transition to reach final always 0, 1, 1. When you are going in this direction, 0, 1, 1. And look at this from here, 0, 1, 1. And look at that. From here, 0, 1, 1. Right? From here, 0, 1, 1. Last 3 transition to reach here, always 0, 1, 1, because this machine is designed to accept all the strings, ends with 0, 1, 1. And why not this one? Starting with 0 and ending with 1, 1. Why not this? Because I can also start with 1 and I can have 0, 1, 1. I've failed this condition, right? This condition starts with 0, but I can also start with 1, then 0, 1, 1. This is also failed, correct? You can cross check and answer it very quickly, as you don't, need to design the machines here. Machine is there, answer is there. Just cross check which is appropriately matching. Yes, yeah, practice batch is really interesting. You have 1000 plus questions in practice batch. So you will definitely enjoy in practicing with the practice batch. That's what this year Unacademy in Unacademy we have taken care of, having more than 6,000 questions in practice batch will help you. Similar question. The questions I made just recently for this series, especially this kind of question. The data which you somewhere in gate, but question is something different from the gate. All these options are new. This diagram is copied just from the gate one of the question. If you don't have the time, you don't need anything, Vedant. After DPPs, you have practice batch already. Right now, Das asked, right? Should I go for practice batch? There is a practice batch, you can go for that. Unacademy, you have a lot of things, right? In Unacademy, how many things are there to learn? One, class that you watch videos. Second, DPPs that we take freely for everyone. And then there is a practice batch separately we launched, so that you can find in my profile. Go to there, and in the paid courses you'll see there is a practice, complete practice or practice on theory of computation. There you will see that. And even the old, before 3 years also, I have taken many courses, practice courses also. You can practice that questions too. And apart from this, you have a test. All of them, it's a part of the subscription only. No? You don't need to look at here and there. But for this, do one thing, go to my profile and go to every educator profile. You will find all of them. Okay, don't go here and there. Just go to particular educator. There you will find all of them. If you are studying TOC, go to my profile. If you are studying compiler, come to my profile. If you are going for computer networks, go to 𝐂𝐚𝐴 sir profile. Digital logic, go to 𝐂𝐚𝐴 sir profile. Like every educator, you have the profile. Visit and you will see all paid classes, free classes, and easily you can access it. What is the answer? See, if you want to reach final, it's waiting for 0, right? And these 3 states are actually trying to ends with 111. Once you see the 0, now target is trying to end with 111, right? You see that last 2 transitions are always 111 only. Last 2 transitions, you take anything, last 2 only you take it. Last 2 transitions always represents ends with 111. Okay. Why not ends with 011? Because you see that 0, 1, 1, after that any number of ones I can take. It's not ending with 011. Still accept it, no? So don't assume it ends with 011. It's wrong. Answer is W has at least 1 0 and ends with 11. Anybody answer? Yeah. Practice batch is itself another course, too long. Oh my god. See, anybody looking at the practice batch, don't go to the video. Download the PDF and practice the questions directly. If you are going for the videos for practicing, it takes a lot of time. Already course is too much time, and practicing also you are watching the video, then you understand, right? When you get the doubt in any question, only for that question watch the video and save your time for practicing. Practicing, you should not depend on anyone unless you need it. So you should know how to go for the practice batch. Got it, Vedant? Even it is so big, you don't need to watch the videos. Download the PDF and practice it. Any question that you are not able to solve it, go to the particular portion of that question. Always there is a strategy for any kind of problem that you are facing. Remember that. Just need right guidance and do not panic when you are not able to do anything. Approach one of our educators. Definitely they will help you to solve your problem. Yeah, I'm going slowly because these questions have some concepts. If I go quickly, of course I can do that. Some people need to watch again and again. Whatever the question that I have taken today have, good concepts today. If you have answered, that's good. I'm stopping that. From initial state to final state, that every 3 length will it reach? So the problem is W has minimum 3 length. The minimum string that you see here, all the paths that are leading to here. But is this the minimum DFA? If they ask in the exam, how many states will be there in the minimum DFA? This is a DFA, but not minimum DFA. If they ask how many states, in minimum DFA equivalent to given DFA, then what do you answer? And the problem is minimum 3 length. For minimum 3 length, these two states you can combine, right? This represent 1 length, this represent 2 length, correct? These two states you can combine. You will get total how many states? 4 states. You already know that 3 plus 1 is the 4. Directly you can answer it. Timer is not required. I am deleting it now. Can you identify? Which of the following string is accepted by the following finite beta? But this is NFA. Remember that? Oh, A, B. FA, B, B. Oh, it's NFA only. NFA, not DFA. DFA is easy, but NFA, it may take time. Go ahead. A, B, B, A. Can you accept? A, 1, A, 2, on B, 1 again, B, A, yeah. B, 3, 3 on A, 3 only. There are multiple choices, multiple paths are there. At least one path goes to final, then accepted, right? They're asking accepted. Accepted. B, A, B, A. Said I should go B, 1 on B, 3. and then A, I have two choices. Which one I should take? Because after A I need a B, so I should go back to 1. Then after that I need a B, I can come back again, the 3, and then on A, now I want to go final, so I will go to 3 only. So BA, BA. Is it accepted? Yeah. And double B, you should try. First A, you have only one choice, you should go that side. 1 on A, I'll go to 2. Now from 2 I want A, so only one possible, oh, no possibility. From 2 there is no path, for A, so path is missing. For A, nothing. Correct? After A, if you want to read one more A, there is no path. And similarly, from 1 on B, you have only one choice, 3, and on B you don't have a path. So C and D are not accepted, A and B are accepted. Anybody answer them? Wait. It's MSQ, right? Just answering A is not enough. B also correct. At least one path should halt at final, because N of A. If string is valid, at least one path should halt at final. Which path? You should work on it. I have shown that path halts at final. Critical question. Anyone can answer it? Raj, it is accepted that I have shown a path, right? After showing the path also you are getting confused. Suppose assume that NFA with 3 states. I'm assuming 3 states. What I can guarantee? I don't know who is the final, who is the non-final, right? What I can guarantee? If there is a final, assume that there is a string accepted. Definitely, can I guarantee which could be 0 length or 1 length or 2 length? Is it guaranteed or not? Assume that if string is accepted. Not accepted, we can't worry. We don't worry about it. The string is accepted. Can we guarantee it could be 0 length, or it could be 1 length, or it could be 2 length? Anything is possible now. If it is 0 length, this could have been final. If it is 1 length, this could have been final. If it is 2 length, this could have been final. We don't know whether they are final or not. The string is accepted. Definitely it has to be 0 or 1 or 2 length, because one of them definitely final. And if this is the final, 0 length is accepted. If this is the final 1 length, this is the final 2 length. So is that first option matching? Shortest word in the language accepted by this machine, definitely it has to be at most shortest only, not every string, remember. So if the shortest string present here, then it has to be 0 or 1 or 2. That's at most what? N minus 1 means 2 length. Is it at most 2? Greater than or equal to the shortest string. That if the string is accepted, the shortest one. Shortest string, definitely it has to be one of them. So option A is right. Remaining we cannot guarantee. Correct? You answered? A is the right answer. Not we cannot answer, right? If this is not a final, this is a final, then epsilon also is the shortest word which is not in the machine, right? Accepted, not accepted by this machine. We cannot talk about D. Another interesting question. Need a time for this. I'll give you 2 minutes. question also asked in GATE. Similar question also asked in UGC net. Many places this question was asked, but by changing the symbol. Here the sigma is what? 2. What is your sigma? 2. You may assume something 2, 1, 3, then number confuses. Just assume A. This problem will be already asked in GATE once. A power nk, where k is greater than 0 and n is non-negative integer number. So non-negative means it should start from 0 onwards. So depends on n, this formula will be generated. If I take n is equal 0, what happens? To work on every concept, no? Have you tried it? Answer, you got it? Right place, Bishwa. Now look at it. If n is equal to 0, because non-negative, right? 0 is non-negative. So what happens to your L? L is equal to epsilon. How many states required for this special case, right? Anyhow, you can try. Epsilon accepted, and when A comes or number 2 comes, I have taken 2 is A, right? So I'll go to trap state and stay there. Okay. Now that's a one case. So if I take n is equal 0, I got answer is A power 0 is epsilon. I got 2. Okay. Special case. Let's start with n is equal 1. L is equal, what happens when I take n is equal 1? This comes as 2 power k. That means A power k. A power k. And k is greater than 0. How many states you require? K starts from 1. Okay. This is same as A plus, right? How many states required for A plus? Just 2 states. And especially the epsilon, they should have given that, but we cannot worry, we cannot try now. N is equal to, what happens? L is equal to A power 2k, and k greater than 0 means it's equal to AA whole plus. AA whole plus, how many states required? 3 states, no? AA is a minimum 2 length, so 3 states, which requires 3 states. What is the relation you have except 0 starts from 1? For 1 you have 2, for 2 you have 3, for when you put n is equal 3 you will get 4. You can try that last. N is equal 3, when you put, you will get A power 3k, but k is greater than 0, which makes AAA whole plus, which requires 4 states. Always depends on n plus 1 except the first case. Okay, they could have mentioned that, not mentioned for n is equal 0. Take time again. Can you answer this? I'm just stopping this timer. Can you answer this in the comments? I'll check. Closing it. Whatever the answer, just put in the comment. I'll just check it. So I'll wind up this. We'll have the free classes tomorrow, 6 a.m. Tomorrow already scheduled. You can access to the free class 6 a.m. there is a DPP going on expressions, for regular expressions. If you are you want to practice the regular expressions, you can join this session for more understanding, and you can ask the doubts. There is another session 7:30 a.m. tomorrow for practice and revision on both the TOC and compiler together. Anybody, both subjects are completed, can come and ask doubts. Okay, we'll get more insight in subjects. Okay, and also tomorrow we will be having session at 10 p.m. That's absolutely on YouTube. Other special classes, free classes, we call it as free on app, Unacademy app. This 10 p.m. will again meet tomorrow. YT 300 questions. There's one more session, I guess 7 p.m. we'll have a special general session. You can also join 7 p.m. if you are. The tomorrow free schedule, 2 sessions on YT, 2 on Unacademy free. All are free sessions only. You can join them. In case if you are was the old one, right? I'm very sorry. The crash course is started from 18th August. Yes, if you want to join, then 6 months you can take the subscription for 8,499. Similarly, 1 year also Unacademy is giving an offer 11,999. The code you should use is CSDA to avail this offer, and this is valid. It is valid till 25th August only. There are 2 batches, data science and computer science, whichever started for crash course. You may start preparing with that crash courses. In case anybody want a scholarship, what you can do, you have the number, you can contact this number and you can enroll to this test on 25th August and at 11 a.m. Duration is 30 minutes. Every month this scholarship test happens. You can attempt this to avail a scholarship for the subscription. Test series is launched already on Unacademy. In case if you are interested or you are preparing for 2025, this test series really helps you for practicing. Data science also we have launched already. You can also purchase it. Yes, if you are not following me, you can use this URL to visit my profile and click on follow button to get daily notifications classes. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow then.